to date, affirm the real. Our live podcast talking about today's relationships and its effects on us all. Please welcome our hosts, Kia McLean, the poet, and Shamika, the dog therapist. Let's get real.
Woo!
And we back.
Third time.
And we back, suckers.
That bitch on. I ain't seeing it.
It's still not on?
Instagram is down. It's them. It's not us.
It's down. No.
Instagram.
What we can do, we'll just go through it and we'll replay it on Instagram for everybody else when it's done.
Okay. Let's do this then. All right. What's up, everybody? I will share it on the YouTube side. I will get it shared out on the YouTube side. What's up, everybody? I am Kia McLean, the poet, and that right there, that beautiful specimen. Look at
Shamika, the dart therapist.
Look at that fine thing. Look at that old fine shorty. She a fine shorty, ain't she, y'all? I know.
Yeah.
And she a little single. She a little single. Yeah.
Just a little bit. That's a bit. Like a lot of bit.
Like a lot of bit.
A lot of bit single. Like a lot of bit.
Like a lot of bit.
A lot of bit single.
So check this out, y'all. This is our first live. We are back in 2026. We're having some issues on the IG side, but don't let that deter you from coming over to the YouTube side and checking us out, making sure that you are subscribed, that you have set your alarm to go off when we go live so you don't miss this.
Yay.
Don't miss it, okay?
Yay. I got chicken.
This ain't what you want. You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss this.
I mean, boom, pow. This is what we be doing over here. Y'all ready to talk about something tonight? We're going to talk about jealousy.
Talk about it.
And resentment.
Let's talk about it.
And how it walks into relationships real quiet, like undercover. Like, I'm finna show y'all something. I'm going to creep on through here. I'm going to peek in the window. See
who's that looking in my window? Pow. Nobody now.
Just a little bit of jealousy and resentment.
Right. Pow. Nobody now. Right.
So we're going to get honest about how jealousy and resentment have shown up in our own experiences, in romantic relationships, in friendships, and even with ourselves. So we're not talking about this dramatic betrayal. We're talking about like the subtle comparison that can happen, emotional competition, silent scorekeeping, unspoken expectations, feeling overlooked or underappreciated, and internal insecurities projecting outward. So I told my cousin earlier, I said, we're going to talk about jealousy and resentment. And, I don't ever remember having a moment where I was jealous. I had jealous men that I dated, but I don't ever recall being jealous, like jealous to the point where it caused some type of discrepancy, a misunderstanding or issue in my relationship, right? And then I had to think about it, and I was like, I probably have had more jealousy in my friendships than in my relationships. If I'm honest.
That's yes. Yes.
I've probably had more jealousy in those types of dynamics than in my romantic relationships. Now, one of the things that I had to recognize is in my romantic relationships, I tend to kind of move how I want people to move with me in my romantic relationship. So it's like, trust me, there's no reason to think I'm lying or playing or anything like that. And so I feel like I perceive them the same way. Like, I trust them. I believe them. This is all good. There's no issues. Right. I've had because I'm a woman that has a lot of male friends, I've had men be jealous about my male friendships. But I've had men who've had female friendships. I didn't care. Didn't feel no kind of way.
Right.
Hung out with them. You know what I'm saying? We were cool.
Mhm.
But I have had jealousy with my friendships. Like, oh, she hanging out with her again. I ain't get included.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before.
Yeah.
But I can't recall a time in a relationship where I had jealousy that was like, the man was like, "Oh, you tripping. Like, it ain't even like that." I've never had that. So I wonder, like, what has your experience been with jealousy? Because next I want to talk about how I feel like I dealt with that jealousy.
You asking me?
Mm-hmm.
So when you asked me that, I was thinking, I was like, oh, have I ever been jealous? Sometimes, though, I've done things, and it wasn't really jealousy, but it was like I've like acted like I was jealous, even though I really wasn't, because I don't know why. I don't know why I did. So I don't know why I do what I do. I didn't know. But
you couldn't diagnose yourself, huh?
I couldn't diagnose myself. I don't know. I was like, because I remember doing that to my husband, and I was like, you talking to somebody else. And I know he wasn't. I knew he wouldn't. I just wanted to. I don't know what that was.
You was gaslighting him.
Now. Like, yeah.
You was gaslighting that man.
Because I was cheating. You so smart. That's why I love you. Love you.
You was gaslighting that man.
Mm-hmm. And I was gonna say, and I was telling you earlier, I was like, I was jealous. I did get jealous of somebody else, but it showed up in a way where I was just so the guy I was cheating on my husband with was talking to another chick, right? And we all worked together. And so, is that too much? I'm like,
and the husband,
edit that.
Your husband and your your husband and the
boo? No, just me and the dude I was dealing with, and the chick he was dealing with.
Okay.
But it was like a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was a secret. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like couldn't say nothing because it was at work. So when I realized that they were dealing with them, I would do certain I would do certain things to get the guy's attention from her. So yeah, I would like walk past him a couple of times. I knew she was in the office, or I knew she was about to walk out, or she was walking back in, and I let her make sure she saw me walk back out towards his office.
So you was gaslighting and manipulating.
All of them.
Both of them.
That's so crazy. Like when I think about it, it feel like it was a whole nother. I don't even know who that was.
Okay, but what's really dope about that is this is where many people should just sit with themselves, right? Mm-hmm. This is the power of talking things out, right? Because mm-hmm. This is something you hadn't even really thought about until we start talking about this, right? So the power of sitting with a situation mm-hmm. and thinking back, reflecting on that mm-hmm. situation, mm-hmm. and then like having some accountability, mm-hmm. Having that awareness, and then starting to ask yourself questions, which is the thing that I think is rooted in healing. I think that's mm-hmm. the thing that's rooted in evolving and growing. Right. Mm-hmm. And when you can do that, you can change the trajectory of how relationships look for you going forward.
Moving forward. Mm-hmm.
Because in that slight moment, you were like, I don't know why I did that. Mm-hmm. Right?
I was like,
I don't know why I did that.
I was really doing
I've had a lot of those moments. Yeah. I don't know why I did that. And even when I talk about like my friendship jealousy, I have no idea why I felt that way. And then when I thought about it, it's like, I've always wanted sister friendships. He said work husband,
work wife.
It was work husband and he had work wives. I'm plural.
Work lover, and I was
Yeah,
like,
because I haven't. He was doing a lot there. He was doing a lot. But when I looked back, I'm like, I think the reason why I had jealousy with my friendships is because I was always seeking sisterhood because I didn't truly have sisterhood in my own sister. And so it caused me to want to make sure that when I got a friend, I held on tight. And I felt like I needed to only have that friend, right? And so like that was my own self-assessment of why I had jealousy with my friendships.
Right.
It wasn't jealousy towards them. It was jealousy towards who else was coming in contact with them.
Into the circle, right.
I wanted to be like, no, that's my friend and my friend only, right? And I still feel like I'm kind of a territorial friend. I'm not jealous, but I am territorial.
I'm like, who is that?
Look, I look at you like you're small, like you're small.
Do we know them? Do we know them?
Like you're small. That's my friend.
I know I had my first bestie, and then she introduced me to her childhood best, and I was like, what? I felt sometimes I was like, but she was cool, and I was like, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you find that you end up being
the elder
friends with
bestie.
other friends.
I'm the elder bestie now.
And you know, you become close with them in the long run when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
But you know, that's in the thing that I could admit to, and you can admit to.
Right.
And I want to say this lastly before you give your thought. If more people just took this moment, just take the moment, because we like to say we don't do things. We love to say other people do stuff. We love to attack other people. We love to see something and be triggered by it because that's them. That ain't me.
That ain't me. They be tripping.
Okay, go ahead with your thought, cousin.
Because we were saying about, because I don't want to, I want to jump skip over, right? We're talking about love and self.
Yeah, you go there.
Okay, because that was the thing. Like me and Kia had a conversation about like how a lot of people that are jealous, right? And I was saying it's the lack of self-love. Because if you, so I had a friend and I didn't know, because I don't ever think anybody's jealous of me because I'm like, I'm goofy. Like I'll be like, it's me. Like it's me. Nobody could be. And the way she treated me, my mother said, oh no, she was jealous of you. And I was like, what? Like what? And I'm like, and the thing is that what's sad is that when you feel a certain way towards somebody else and you have something to say about somebody else, like how much lacking of love of self are you in, right? If you have to look at somebody else and be like, ugh, why they over there,
wow.
They doing, I can't, they just smile on his face. It's because you want to smile on his face.
Yes.
I've been there. Like,
yes.
Then I was like, I remember one time when I was in church and I was singing on, and I think I mentioned this, but I was singing in the choir, right? And there was this guy that came in and he would be like, when I tell you I had to realize he was really me, right? The part of me that I don't like. He was that, but it took me a minute because I was like, I can't stand how he be up there like, woo, woo, woo. How dare he be up there singing and want to be like, take the mic and those who know me. But I was really mad, like, oh, he is so attention seeking.
The Leo and you couldn't stand that shit. Like
he was a Leo too.
How dare you? Yeah.
How dare you? He was a Leo too.
Oh,
he was
makes
exactly
sense.
me. He was me. And when I realized that, I was like, I can't stand him. He get on my nerves. I was telling my pastor. And then as I was talking, I was like, oh, I realized he's me. Like, that's part of me I don't like, really. He'd be like, and he can sing too. He'd get on my nerves. How dare you sing? Good.
But okay, let's talk about the moment where you recognized I don't like him because he's like me. Let's talk about that moment.
He was representing a part of me that I don't like for it to show up all the time. A part of me I didn't like.
So that mirror that comes up in our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have mirror moments.
Mm-hmm.
And the mirror moments are when we come across ourselves in someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And we get an opportunity. And I say opportunity wholeheartedly because it really is an opportunity to stop and be like, shit, that's me.
I was like, oh,
that's me. Right. And so now I get to take a moment and reflect. I get to take a moment and sit with myself and not be angry with him because he's doing what I would normally do, right? It's not, he ain't doing nothing no different than me.
It'd be over. If I could sing, I would be just like him. If I could sing, well, if I could sing, y'all be like, shut up.
But it couldn't show up that way because then you wouldn't have got the mirror, right? You wouldn't have got the mirror. So we have to face that mirror sometimes, which is the thing that gets difficult for us because instead of us getting the mirror, we will reflect back and do what's called projection. Okay. So what we will do, I'm going to repeat that. Instead of taking the opportunity, because the mirror always shows up as your lesson. You walking around and there go the mirror and you like,
right. But check yourself in the mirror. Right?
I look better than them. I sing better than them. My hair look better than theirs. Right? You looking in the mirror.
So St. Louis.
So St. Louis.
Better than nurse.
I'm so St. Louis, baby.
Better than nurse.
Better than nurse. Nelly Mo just came out, baby. Nelly Mo just came out. Her. It's coming out. It's coming out. I be trying to push it down, and every now and then I'm like, don't let this St. Louis come. It's about to be 314 day 2. Let it come on out, girl. But that mirror, right? We don't do what we're supposed to do with the mirror. And that's what, like, I think if you don't take anything else away from just this discussion tonight, at least listen to that part. We are all mirrors to one another. We are all mirrors. So when I'm looking at you and there's some annoyance or there's something I feel the need to judge or there's something I need to, pull apart and dissect and talk about, that is the moment where you stop and reflect and say, what's going on with me? Let me look at myself as I'm looking at them. And when you do that, it really gives you an opportunity to course correct. If that's the best way I can say that, it gives you an opportunity to course correct. Because I don't need to sit here and talk about your blemishes. I don't need to sit here and talk about I got this and you have that. I don't need to do any of that because the mirror is going to mirror back to me who I am and what my imperfections are. Right. And so now I need to say, oh, okay, that's an imperfection. Okay, Kia, go work on that. Oh, that's an imperfection. Okay, go work on that. Instead, like I said, most of us will do this, right? And then do that. Yeah. And project. So it's easy to do that when you don't just take the time to sit with yourself and hold yourself accountable and have that a level of awareness. My level of awareness is strong. I will sit and call myself out silently. No one even knows I'm sitting there calling myself out, right?
I'm in my own thoughts.
It's in my own thoughts. I'm sitting there and processing because I'm aware of all of my emotions. Right. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say, why do you feel anger? Why are you feeling resentment right now? Why are you feeling shame in this moment?
Right.
What's making you happy? Where that little joy coming from in your heart? Right? So I sit in those moments and I reflect on those moments. Babe, can you pull up that first question? Because I want to ask the audience this question. I want the audience to think about this very thing that we're talking about.
I hate that we don't have
Have you ever confused jealousy with intuition? Now, don't take it down yet, babe. Here's what I want to say about this. Intuition is something that, man, I got it down. I didn't have it before. I couldn't identify what the feeling was. So I'm not going to say I had it. I feel like it came up for me, but I wasn't able to identify that that's what it was. Because I did have probably some moments of jealousy and some moments of intuition, but I just didn't know what it was. But when I really came into the awareness, I knew. That's why sometimes I can say the person who I was just telling you about that I had the issue, the incident, I read that person last year. I saw that person fully last year, right? And then when it came out that they were exactly who I saw them to be.
Okay.
So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about intuition. And sorry, y'all, this ain't none of y'all business, so we're not letting y'all in on this story, but she knows exactly what I'm talking about so that we can have this discussion with you all. The intuition, I was clear about what it was, right? I think I even told you that. Like my spidey senses,
right?
Which is intuition, is saying this person is trying to get too close. This person is trying to mimic you. This person is trying to figure you out. There's something about you. And I felt it all. And I got a few witnesses because I mentioned it to these people and said, something off. And what that person had was jealousy. Because that person was looking at me and was saying, I want what she got. So I'm going to copy what she's doing. I'm going to copy who I believe she is so that I can get whatever the juice is she got. And you can't get this juice, baby. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
You can't take juice from somebody else. You got to get your own. You got to find your own juice.
You got to find your own juice.
You got to find your own juice. You got
to squeeze your own juice.
You got to squeeze it. You got to go through, listen, because that squeezing is what gets you the juice, right? Like you had to go through what you had to go through to get to here. People don't understand that sometimes you don't want to go through what other people went through to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And you're trying to bypass and skip your shit, right? You're trying to bypass and skip your squeeze to take from somebody else. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You'll never be able to take from somebody. You'll never be able to be anybody else. You have to learn how to love you and be you.
But what happens when a person has jealousy for a person, right? Whether it's relationship, whether it's just person to person, whether it's friendship, whether it's professionally, what can happen over time when you don't try to resolve your jealousy? This thing called resentment. This thing called resentment will build up over time because you are so busy concentrating on the jealous emotion, right? You're not dealing with your own emotion.
And you're going to be more mad because they're going to still be thriving while you're still not, because you're not living your
juice. And let's talk about it in a relationship sense, right? Because y'all gonna probably be like, they ain't even talking about relationship stuff. So let's talk about.
But we are. We're talking about interpersonal.
Yes.
Because you gotta start in order to even get to the secondary being with a relationship with somebody else. You need to be able to love you.
Yes. So you do. This is all important, y'all. It's all tied in. We promise. It's all tied in.
Importante.
But what happens when you are in a relationship with somebody? And this has happened. I've had men be jealous of me. I've had men that I've dated or that have had a desire to date me be jealous towards me.
It's a lot of men out there like that, for real though. It's a lot of men out there like that. And what they do is they try to make you smaller.
They want you to shrink, right? So they'll say they will emotionally abuse you.
Yes.
They will emotionally abuse you to do like this. I'm gonna knock her ass down. I'm gonna knock her down, right? And so even that type of jealousy, it will turn into something that is so toxic and so negative that you're looking at situations like, am I going crazy? It'll make you feel like you're going crazy. I've been there. I've been with men who have resented. They've grown from jealousy to resentment towards me because they're like, how dare you make more money than me? Or how dare you get more education than me? Or how dare you sound more intellectual than me in spaces? How dare you look a certain way and get certain attention? It's all of these variations. It's all of these variables that's included. So because of that, we have to be careful about checking in with ourselves. Like you just said, this is interpersonal. If you don't know how to check in with yourself, because as a man, if you're in a relationship with a woman and you have jealousy, you need to check that. Where is that coming from? And you need to name the thing, what the thing is. Stop all the bullshitting. If what you feel makes you feel some kind of way about the woman that you're involved in or the woman that you want to be involved in, sit with yourself. These are normal emotions. Don't beat yourself up about it. You have an opportunity to do the work to correct that and heal that. So sit with that emotion. Why do I feel this way towards her? Why am I resenting her now? Why do I feel like this overwhelming sense of, I feel less than, or ask yourself these questions so that you can resolve them. Because if you don't, the jealousy will build into resentment.
Right.
You can put the next question up now, babe, please.
Next question. Did resentment grow because you avoided a hard conversation with
That's
yourself?
What I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. With yourself.
With yourself.
That's what I just said, right? I said, you gotta take that pause. Why am I feeling like this? Why is this growing bigger and bigger, right? It's going to grow. The resentment is going to grow if you don't sit with yourself and say, self, what the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on?
Like, I have these types of conversations with myself. Girl, why is that bubbling up inside of you? Why did you get triggered by that?
What is that?
What triggered you about that situation?
Right.
What was it? A word? Was it the person? Was it the environment it was said in? I'm asking myself deep ass questions because I need to know so I know going forward what to do in those situations. What did you say to me earlier when we were talking? You said, use your tools. Use your I didn't go to therapy for years and years and pay all that damn money not to use my tools. If you're out there digging holes and you went out there to get trained on digging holes and they said it's a 6-week program to dig holes and it's going to cost you $300. You didn't pay $300 to learn how to dig some damn holes. You mean to tell me you're going to take your ass out there with a spoon? When they showed you to dig them holes with a shovel. They gave you a shovel and they said, if you use this particular shovel, you can dig more holes in an hour, but you keep going out there with a damn spoon expecting a different result. That's the equivalence of you not sitting with yourself and having that hard conversation with yourself. We think everything is external. Oh, I need to go have a talk with them because they
caused it.
No, have a talk with your damn self. Stop blaming other people. Stop seeking outside validation from other people and sit with yourself.
Yes.
Why am I using a spoon when I can use a shovel? The tools that I've learned from therapy, there are moments where I don't always immediately access those tools. But guess what I will do?
Right.
I'll access the people who will remind me
to use the tools.
Alpha, you got tools.
Your tools. Use the tools.
I don't call people who gonna say, yeah, I know, cause use the spoon.
Sometimes I'll hype you up. Sometimes.
No. You will hype me up, but when it's all said and done,
right,
you're still gonna refer me to my tools. Yeah. I need the hype up. That's who I am, right? I was just telling somebody the other day, yesterday, I said, I talked to two people about a situation, and them two people, they knew exactly what to say to me. You in Dallas, y'all knew exactly what to say to me. Hype me up. Like, give me that moment. I need it in that moment.
Right.
And then I'm gonna get past it. But in that initial moment, I need you to be like, you finna whoop they ass right then and there. That's what I need in that moment.
Like, how this?
No, here I come. That's what I need.
What she do? What?
I need that in that moment.
Right.
And then guess what y'all gonna tell me 15 minutes later?
Right. As we start processing.
Y'all gonna be like, okay, now, Kia, you got tools, girl. You got tools. Use your tools. Now, look, we laughing and we joking about this, but this is serious because this is the level of work that it takes.
Man.
Or you can keep being jealous.
But people don't want to, but cousin. People don't always want to do the work.
You don't say.
I do say.
That's a lot. It's hard, right? Because they ain't buying these books out of. I ain't out of stock.
Right. Yeah, I need to order some more journals.
My calendar ain't booked up. What?
No, mine ain't either.
You book, cuz you book.
I am.
You booked it busy. You booked it busy. My cousin booked it busy. Yeah. My cousin booked it busy. She that thing, y'all. She that thing. She the real deal. But listen, y'all.
But it's hard. But it take a lot of courage to do that, Kia. Not a lot of people are courageous. They want to sit in this because it's comfortable. It's like a warm, comfy couch with spiders and stuff in it.
How can we help them be courageous? Because we've been talking about this. Affirm the Real has been around for 4-5 years.
People got to make a choice. They have to choose for themselves. They can either choose. And the thing is that's the beautiful thing, though. People get to choose. They get to choose what they want to do and how they want to do it.
Yeah.
They have to choose it. They have to say, you know what? Is this working for me? Do I want a healthier relationship with myself and my partner?
And it's just people in general, right?
What am I doing different? What can I do different? Right. With people, yes. With myself and others.
People in general.
Others. Right.
Because everybody might not end up in a relationship, but how are you going to have healthy relationships and dynamics with just people professionally, personally?
But I know people that are like, I'm fine just the way I am.
Yeah.
I'm not changing a goddamn thing. This works for me and I'm going to stay it. And that's fine. You can, like, yay, because you made a choice.
You're right. They get the opportunity to choose whatever it is they want. And when you allow for the resentment to build up, right, within yourself about yourself, and you decide, I'm not getting ready to deal with me. I'm not getting ready to hold myself accountable. I'm not getting ready to ask myself the hard questions.
No.
I'm not about to sit with myself. I'm not about to get into therapy.
No, it's not me.
But what I am going to do is I'm going to be angry and I'm going to be bitter. And I see it on social media a lot.
You're not doing what I told you to do.
Yeah. I will see them blame people. Like all of their posts is a blame of someone else. All of their posts is about how somebody did something to them.
Everybody's doing something.
And I'm just like, today I had to unfollow somebody because I was like, this man hate women. Every single post he makes is about something negative with Black women. And I was like, I'm going to have to unfollow him. This is too much. Because there's something internal within him that he's not willing to deal with and process. And I don't want to keep seeing this on my timeline. Because it feels like an attack against me. And I know it ain't an attack against me because I know who I am.
Right. And I don't know you.
And I could care less about all of that. So just let me go ahead and remove myself.
That's right.
And so like sometimes even in that moment, I knew that post wasn't about me. I knew it didn't have anything to do with me. That don't mean I have to continue to follow you. Don't mean I have to continue to watch it.
That's right.
And so I got to make a different choice. And sometimes we are so afraid to even make those types of little choices. Because
we're afraid to lose people. even when
we losing ourselves, huh?
Even when we losing ourselves, we're afraid to lose people. It's a lot of
Go ahead.
So if I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna say something else because it's a lot of men out here that have mom issues, and it's a lot of women that have a lot of dad issues. That's because I was gonna say just a lot of men have mom issues, but I think that people are able to point out the fact that women have daddy issues instead of pointing out that men have mom issues as well. And that there is a lot of resentment towards women because of whatever relationship they have with their moms.
Yeah. So because Affirm the Real doesn't just talk about the specifics of whatever issue or negative emotions people may have or drama, we don't just, we bring those things up because it's essential. But
it's like popping a pimple. It's like popping to get the
I do want to talk about how to recognize these behaviors in yourself because we are about giving you some tools. And as Shamika said, you get to choose whatever you want. But I still want you to know if you want to start today and you don't want to get a therapist right now in this moment, if you want to start today and you don't want to buy my book, if you want to start today and you don't want to listen to another podcast another day, if you want to start right here today, I want to share something with you that costs you $0.99. Okay? $0.99. So I want you to know this. If you feel irritated, but you don't know why, and that keeps coming up for you, like it's constant irritation. Ain't nobody done nothing to you, but you feel this constant irritation, this irritability that you have, right? And nothing, as you examine your life, there's really nothing.
Joy. It's bringing joy. You always irritated?
You mean you ain't got no good moments?
No good moments?
None. Self-reflection is a must.
No laughter?
Yes, Angie, self-reflection is a must. But when you're walking around irritated all the time, I do want you to check in with yourself. I want you to journal. I want you to start journaling. Why am I feeling irritated? Stop letting those emotions sit in your body.
Yes.
Stop letting those emotions define who you are. So every day you're saying, I'm annoyed. I'm irritated. I'm just so tired of all of this stuff. Don't accept that. Don't accept that. Start asking yourself, why do I feel this way? What's showing up that's making me feel irritated? That's the first question. The second thing is you find yourself mentally keeping score. So like somebody will do something for you or you'll do something for somebody and you're like, I did 4 things for them. They only did 2 things for me.
People do that?
People do that. I've dealt with that. So when you're calculating how many times somebody's done something for you versus how many times you've done something for them, please know you're not moving authentically. I want you to sit with that. You're keeping score. That's on one side. But the other side is if you're constantly doing something and they're not reciprocating, then you need to move different. Get up out of there. So you don't get to later be like, well, I did all this stuff for them and then they ain't do nothing for me. Well, that's on your ass. You stayed around somebody that didn't do nothing for you.
You're bad.
Now, y'all know I'm going to keep it real with you. I ain't got time to be sitting here and sugarcoating it for you. If you stay around somebody that you keep pushing and pouring into and they're not doing anything, ask yourself, why am I doing that?
Choosing that? Why you keep choosing that?
Why am I accepting
What's
this?
the benefit? What's the benefit of me doing this?
Why do I feel like I have to do this?
Some people want to save people. Is that what you want to do? You want to save them?
I've been there too.
Oh, man,
I want to save
into it on accident. I'm like, shoot.
I'm like, how did I land?
Dang it.
Here I go again.
Yeah.
Here I go again. Trying to save somebody. They don't want to be saved.
Very good.
Right? Like the next thing is you withdraw affection. So you're like, I ain't gonna give you no hugs, no kisses, no sex, no this, no that. I'm not gonna give you any affection.
My daddy did when he get mad. He be
now,
like,
but what does that mean though? Like, ask yourself that question. Why am I doing this? Why am I withholding affection from somebody I say I love? Why am I holding affection from people?
My daddy can watch this.
Cousin Steve, look at look,
get over it.
Actually, and I know this probably sounds like a lot to some people because it is. I am a constant work in progress. Every day I find myself being like, girl, you ain't recovered from that. Okay, we gonna have to go through down that road again, right?
And you still love yourself. And you still love yourself.
Grace.
You don't talk bad about yourself for it. You still love yourself. Okay, but and you it's okay. We'll get through we'll get through this. Yes.
I give myself grace and I just keep moving, right? Yes. Because I don't have it all perfected, but at least what did I say I have earlier? Tools. At least I got the tools. The next question, you criticize instead of communicate. This is a big one. Oftentimes people will attack you because they don't know how to have healthy dialogue with you. So they'll call you stupid. They'll say, you don't listen to nothing I say and you don't love me and you this and you that. They will attack you because that's easier than to say, you know what? I'd rather us talk about this. I'd rather us deal with this in a healthy way. I'd rather us take some time apart and then come back and have this discussion later. When you're attacking somebody that you claim you love constantly over and over and over, sit down with yourself, ask yourself some questions. We're giving you the questions to ask now.
Yeah.
The next one, you assume intent instead of asking questions. Okay. This is a huge pet peeve of mine. I hate when people assume because I'm like, I am a straight shooter. You don't have to assume shit from me. You don't have to assume nothing. Either I said it already.
Tell you.
Either I already said it, or you can ask a question for clarity. But when you assume, I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
Because I know I didn't give you all the information.
Right.
I don't give that. But then it also leads me to ask a question. What about me leads people to assuming things? Right? So I'm not going to just attack you. I'm going to always also reflect on myself. Why do people do that with me? Why do people feel like, well, I have to assume? Is it me? Is it them? Either way, I'm going to ask the questions. There are pertinent questions that you must ask yourself, right? So Marcus said, I'm guilty of that one. I'm a big assumer. Hey, I didn't call your name at all, but if you want to raise your hand. Okay. Here's the last question. Or the last
Hit dog barked.
the last thing to recognize in behavior. You feel competitive instead of connected. So you're trying to one up the person.
Yeah.
You're
That's
trying to show them.
That's so sad. And you're in a relationship and your partner is like, I'm going to do better than you. Be like, what? We're together. Right?
Yeah.
I understand.
So why are you with the person that you feel like you have to compete with? Ask yourself that question, right? Why do I feel the need to compete with a partner?
Right.
So if we partners, if I'm a police officer and my partner say, I need to compete with you, that means you thinking that like, well, you shoot, I'm gonna shoot my gun for you shoot your gun. That could be dangerous.
Right.
Are we doing that kind of thing?
No, I don't want to.
I would hope not. So don't compete with the person that is your partner.
Yeah.
Now, last question up, babe. Number 3, the last question that we're going to ask.
That's number 2.
So we had 3 questions for the audience. Nobody in the audience answered any of those questions. Nobody in the audience answered those 3 questions.
Ain't nobody will answer these questions for real life. Look, out in public.
Okay.
They just now like, oh my gosh. It's just a light bulb right now. Like, oh, that's me.
Okay.
I ain't ready to share with the world yet.
You're right. Let me chill out. But the question is here. You can write it down, and you can write it in your journal, and you can deal with it later. Okay.
Free 99. The doors of the church is open. The door. When you said that, you was like, "Let me give you something." I was like, and in my head, I was hearing the doors of the church are open. Come to the front. Come get prayer. Join the church.
Join Date Affirm the Real on YouTube and subscribe.
Mental health
and set your alarms to go off every Tuesday.
The doors of the church are open.
Because we talk real over here. We get all the way to it. The last question. When was the last time you owned your insecurity instead of blaming your partner? When was the last time you owned your insecurity? I just did this the other day, right? And I think I might struggle with this a little bit. I might struggle with this one a little bit, but I did it the other day, right? I said something to Marcus and then we went to sleep with it. And then the next day, he was getting ready to talk about it. And I was like, you know what? Off the rip, I apologize. That was from something else that had nothing to do with you. And I need to apologize to you for that. That was unfair to you. And I really had to sit with that because like for a very, very, very long time, I struggled with apologizing to anybody about anything.
I hated to apologize.
I struggled with that.
I hated it.
And so, and now I have pride in apologizing.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, I apologized.
Okay, my bad.
I said I was sorry.
I did not mean to do whatever that. I did not mean to do it.
So and that's not perfection, y'all. That is not, I have it all together. That is not, and I don't want anybody to ever think somebody might be listening to this for the first time live or on the replay. And I don't want anybody to think, oh, they got it all figured out. They're perfect.
I am. No, I'm just playing. I be messing up all the time.
Listen, I stay in that lane. Like, oh shit. Uh-oh, I'm going a little crooked.
My bad.
I stay messing up. I stay messing up, y'all. So I don't want anybody to think whether you are a return listener, whether you are a new listener, whether you are a replay listener, we don't get it right all the time. We don't. But we have the tools. So before I was using a spoon, and it was taking me a long time to dig up that pain and that trauma and that hurt and that anger. I was using a spoon.
Yeah.
But I have tools now, and I get to use a shovel.
Right.
And I get the results a lot quicker now because of that. I don't have to blame anyone else. I don't have to be a victim to anyone else's behavior. I can take full accountability for my behavior, my actions, and how I may affect other people. But I always say, communicate that to me. Don't make me assume, or don't you assume anything and it's not been communicated to me. And then I can work on it. I can correct it. I know that I am a very direct person, but that's probably not going to change. I'm not for everybody, and that's okay. But directness is the only way, because if I do anything other than that, I'm gonna go around the corner and back again, and that's not even authentic to me. I just need to be a straight shooter, put it out there the way it is, and that's it. And it's in love. If you know me, you know I'm saying this in love.
Yes.
I want to see you grow. I want to see you powerful. I want to see you have joy. I want to see you healed. So it's all in love. But are you willing to own your shit? And even if you don't have a partner, take the last part out of that sentence, of that question. When was the last time you owned your security, your insecurity with you? Did you walk in the room and judge somebody? Did you look online and judge somebody?
Wow.
When was the last time you owned that I might have a little insecurity here, because why am I judging them? Why am I even? I'm gonna tell you something, and I had to learn this because I used to do it, and I was around people that did it, and so I didn't see anything wrong with it. You know, think about the many times somebody, oh, look what they got on. Oh, look, why they doing this? Look, why they going over there? Oh, why they work there? Oh, why they spend all that time and energy talking about somebody else? And what you don't want to say out loud is, I don't feel good about myself. And that's okay. Like, we be thinking stuff is so bad, and I can't say that out loud. No. You need to say that out loud, or you're going to keep using the spoon for the rest of your damn life.
That's right.
Trying to dig up some hard ass dirt. You need a shovel. You need tools. You can't do that by yourself, and you sure can't do it with a spoon.
Yeah.
And if you're getting tools and you're not using those tools, what they gonna be doing, cousin?
Wait, you said resentment? Why start? My ADHD behind was like, and I started thinking about something else. I was like, yep, because and then just like cousin, I was like, oh,
you and Marcus. ADHD, I tell you.
They gonna have resentment if they don't give up the shovel.
You gonna have resentment
if you don't use the shovel.
If your ass ain't using that shovel, you're gonna be walking around bitter. Ooh, I can't stand a bitter ass person.
Can you imagine not enjoy? Like, I cannot imagine. I'm here in this life right now. I'm here in this life, and I have no enjoyment, none. I haven't chosen, and I'm 50 years old. I haven't chosen like something that's gonna make me smile and make me feel good. Wow.
But you know a lot of these people though.
I know,
right? I know a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Every time you talk to them, those are people I avoid though. Like, for anybody that watched this and ain't talked to me in a long time, and you like, I just want to see Kia on YouTube. That's why you ain't talked to me.
Right. Because you're behind just negative.
You're bitter.
Negative Nancy.
You're bitter. You want to read that, cousin?
I took accountability within and verbally acknowledged authentically into authentic. You can put too many big words in there. Authentically, intentionally with someone as well as myself last May, and been working on being better with it ever since. God convicts me now. Only God can judge me now. Sorry. See? ADHD.
See, ADHD. And I mean, when you take
But you know what? But here's the
accountability-
thing now, Angel B. It doesn't stop just in May. This is something that we continue to work on, right? And the thing is that it's a constant, like, I'm 50 years old, and again, we still having to take accountability for something. I'm still having to say, okay, wait, let me pay attention to that. Even in sessions, sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I apologize for that. That is not my intention. I was not intending to do that.
Mhm.
And so the thing is that you'll know that you're doing it because you'll start feeling more peace. Now, here's the thing. Peace is uncomfortable for people that like drama. Sometimes peace is uncomfortable for people that like, and I'm not gonna say drama, but that's used to
be me.
Peace
felt so uncomfortable for me. I kept having to keep myself busy.
Creator of drama. Listen, I was cheating on my husband. Who better create drama than me? Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a minute to get comfortable with peace.
Yeah,
it took me a minute to get comfortable with still, because I need to call somebody. Ooh, I need to have something playing in the background. I need to have a lot of stuff going on because I couldn't sit with myself.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
right.
That's good,
so you gotta, so man, because you got
that's good.
So I had to be intentional about sitting still, reading a book. I went, my first time going somewhere by myself was Starbucks, and I sat in there and I brought something so I wouldn't look, because again, people paying attention to me. Nobody was paying attention to me, but I'm like, I don't want to look stupid, so I'm gonna bring a book like I'm. But I did it right. Step one. And so now, like, it's so funny because now I come home and it's just me and my dog. And when my son was here, he'd be in the room, right? And it just be quiet. And I remember when I couldn't handle the quiet. I remember when I couldn't handle being still. I remember when I needed something going on. Because my mind would go somewhere. Which is interesting because my mind still went somewhere because I'd be sitting there watching TV and be like, what was I watching when the commercial came on?
That's good stuff. Man, that's good stuff. That was me, y'all. That was me. I could not. People will tell you I couldn't keep still. I couldn't sit in stillness. I couldn't sit in quiet. I had to be on the move. I had to be around people. I needed to be talking to people. Because I was running from that healing, y'all. I was running from, I don't want healing.
I want a mirror. What mirror? Nobody want to see no mirror.
I don't want that. So that's why I say all the time, like, please don't get it twisted. There is no perfection over here.
At all.
We've just done a lot of work and we still doing. I need you guys to imagine something. Imagine growing up for years. You got your first 18 years in your parents' home or whoever's taking care of you home. You get out and you're using what was given to you in that home, right?
And they had the tools. They had the little tools. They didn't know.
They didn't know what they was doing, right?
No,
and this is no knock against your mama and
no,
your
it's
daddy.
not.
So don't come for us. We understand they didn't know what they was doing. Me and my mom had these conversations.
They was coming from parents that was dealing with
a lot. We just gonna say that. But imagine, then you get out in your 20s. You don't know what the hell you doing, right? And you just using those little bitty spoons.
You're not a problem solve because you weren't taught to problem solve. You were taught to just do what I say and that's it.
So you went
and
through
school
your
teach you the same thing. And school teach you the same thing.
Exactly.
You can't probably
20s,
don't think
30s,
about it. Don't think outside the box.
40s, 50s, doing the same stuff. And then you come across a book, a podcast, a person, something that enlightens you. There's that something, church,
it'd be a
belief system, whatever it may be. You come across something that kind of awakens you to say, hold on now. I've been doing this for 40 years. And I feel like this. What did you say earlier, cousin? I'm 50. And you mean tell me you ain't got no joy? You ain't got no happiness?
You're not happy?
And I'm gonna tell you, that was one of the things for eye-opening for me. I was like, you know what? I don't even think I'm watching other people's lives. I don't even think my life supposed to be like this. There's no way I'm supposed to be miserable.
Like and I'm an adult. Wait a minute. I'm not a kid where I gotta share my McDonald's. Because that was my thing when I was like, when I get adult, I don't have to share my McDonald's with nobody. I'm an adult making a choice. I can get my own McDonald's and I'm choosing miserable. And I can get my own McDonald's. Now McDonald's ain't shit. But when I can get my own somewhere.
We out here making all these decisions that we couldn't make before. We couldn't make none of these decisions.
I'm an adult now. I can make my own decision. I don't have my mama. And if y'all still let your mama determine what you're supposed to do, what?
Your mama or your daddy?
Your mama or your daddy? Girl.
Other people cannot choose for you, y'all. Nobody else can choose for you.
You have to choose your own life. Your life is in your hands. Your life is in even if we talk about Christianity, you still gotta choose.
Mm-hmm.
And God listen, and He be like, "Got you," but you still gotta choose.
Yep.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue. What you speaking to yourself?
Yep.
What you creating? If we speak in life, then we go create life. If we speak in death, then we go create death. What are we doing? What are we choosing? I find I need a song. Is there a song in there?
Okay, y'all. So we've gone a little over an hour.
A minute and 30 seconds.
And Shamika has to do
real
therapy.
Actually, they was like, we go put them at 6:30. And I was like, oh, they at 6:30. I was like,
okay. Okay. So we can actually close this thing out the right way.
Yep, I don't have to
close it out the right way. Now, the right way is asking you all, does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any
doors of the church are open? As
usual, thank you, Angie, for all of your contribution to the podcast. Angie's one of the people that reached out and was like, what is going on? Where is the podcast? Did y'all quit? Or what's going on? We appreciate the fact that you be looking for us. We appreciate the fact that you get something out of this podcast. That's why we do it, because we wanted to impact people. And as Black women specifically, I'm just going to keep it real. We need each other. We need each other.
Make the dream work.
And it's not to point fingers at one another. It's not to judge one another. It's not to harm one another. And it's to love and uplift one another. And I'm glad that you feel the energy of that when you come to date Affirm the Real, because that's what it's about. It is about us helping other people because other people helped us along the way. I didn't get here by myself. Shamika didn't get here by herself. And we basically, the way that I visualize this in my head is it's a bunch of us walking together, holding hands, and we are making a change. We are changing the narrative. I don't want to hear any more women falling for men that they know are not right for them. I don't want to hear about another man saying that woman didn't even know I was a good man. She abused me. She ran all over me. She did this or that to me. We don't want them stories. We want the stories where people are saying, I listen to Date Affirm the Real, and they are empowering people. They are encouraging people, but they're also holding you accountable. And they're not going to sugarcoat it. They're not going to tell you this is easy work, because this is hard.
It is difficult.
I can't lie to y'all. This shit hard.
It is difficult to change learned behavior.
I'm 49 years old. Do you know when I started this journey? I was in my late 30s.
You get it. You be remembering ages. Why do you what makes you remember ages?
Because I remember the things that happened in my life that led me here. So I can remember the journey of me taking this path was 2013, right? So it's 2026 now. So it's 13 years ago. I'm 49. So how old was I 13 years ago? I was 36.
But because I've been thinking. I remember the exact thing that was like, right? That was like, oh shit, it's me. I remember that.
And
I don't remember the age. I don't remember the year.
Well, you don't remember the year?
I don't remember the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can probably remember the year for you because remember we lost contact for years.
Yep, and we met up. You came out here.
And we could reconnected, and that was in 2000, around 2014.
That picture popped up. So 2014, it couldn't have been 2014.
It was, I'm telling you, it was the end of 2013, beginning of 2014, because it was when Corey got in trouble.
When did I leave for Georgia? Or I came back?
You was back.
I came back.
Back.
Oh, 2013. So
we were around the same age, actually.
Right. So before I left my husband, then 13, then girl.
If I was 36, you were 37. And it's funny that, we can talk about this now, is that we had lost contact for years.
Mm-hmm.
And when we reconnected, we were actually in the same place.
Right.
Like, not in the same place we were when we lost contact.
Yes.
But we were in the same place of growing and shifting and pivoting in life. We were in that same place together.
Yes.
So I got to witness your growth. You got to witness my growth. And we were down bad. When we reconnected, oh shit, we was all over the place.
That was so
we was all over the place. We was all over the place.
Man, playing catch up.
And it was just like, okay. So I was about to get married when we reconnected, right? I was about to get married the second time. And of course, that didn't last very long, but I had all of these life happenings, and that was a turning point for me. Right after that, so he passed, and my best friend passed in 2013. 2014, I remember I was like, this shit is over. And I woke up that one morning and I was like, whoever knew me yesterday, and I said this out loud, whoever knew me yesterday will never know her again. And it was an interesting morning because my nephew had spent the night with me the day before, and I was home by myself, and it was quiet, and I had a upstairs bedroom. The only thing that was on the second floor was my bedroom. And I just remember laying there looking at the ceiling like, yeah, my life won't ever be the same again. That was 2014 when I made that decision. So
mine had to be when I left my husband, I don't remember when I left him.
It was before we reconnected because he was nowhere around.
If I came back from Georgia when we were connected, I had been left because mine was where, girl, me and another cousin of mine was reading an article. No, I had a book, and I think it was from school, and was reading on sexual addiction. And so we was reading it, and we was listening we was reading the symptoms off, and we was like, that sound like us. Oh God, it sound like us. We start crying. And in that moment, I was like, this got to change.
Yep.
This has got to change.
So it's those moments that we have where we can sit and say, wow, like something has to change. But sometimes we're not sitting in that moment and identifying that something has to change. And it's mostly because it's uncomfortable. We know that shit gonna be hard. Like it was, let me tell you something. If I don't like the word backslide at all, I don't adopt that word. But if there's not another word I can describe what was happening that first year. I kept being like, I'm finna go back over there. It's familiar over there.
Me too.
I'm finna go again because
I'm finna call again. I'm finna make sure he available.
That's familiar over there.
And
I can't do this new stuff. This new stuff required me to sit in. You know what I had to do, y'all? This is the last thing I'm gonna share because this was major for me. when I say I had to go in silence, I took TVs out of my house. I did not want any TVs in my house.
Sometimes you got to be drastic.
I had to get drastic. I had
Sometimes
to.
you got to get drastic.
I cut myself down. I was going to happy hours 2-3 times a week, right? I was drinking daily. And I said, okay, Kia, you get to treat yourself to a happy hour a month. And you don't have no TVs in your house. So I would go sit in the park for hours. I would just sit in the park in silence. I would read books. I would write in my journal. And I would smoke my cigars. And that is how I got on this path. But if you have to start somewhere, you can't keep making excuses.
And it might have to be drastic.
It might have to be drastic. It had to be drastic for me.
It had to be drastic. Like I have to, when I know I got to change something, it has to be drastic. I have to, like, it's like cold turkey.
Yeah.
But I have my resources. I have my, support system that helps me get through it.
And you have us.
Yay.
You have us. So we don't see any questions. We don't see any comments. So we're going to close this thing out. Cousin, close us out.
Deep breath in, count of 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out to your mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Now breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. We thank you guys for showing up, not only for us, but for yourself. We thank you guys, and we appreciate the community that you are becoming a part of, and that we are part of. So we thank you for being part of our community. And all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. How does it get any better than that? And what else is possible?
Yes. Good. That's good stuff. Hope you all enjoyed this evening's episode. Thank you for welcoming Shamika and I back for the 2026 season. We will see you all next Tuesday, where Julia Lily and Marcus will be on the mic with a message for y'all. Until next time, y'all. Peace.